Well, welcome back to Dunkirk Dunes. So we are going to do the recap video for Soviet Union Turn 15. So if you've been following this, you know that on Germany's turn they captured Moscow. And the Soviets have essentially given up on Moscow for now. But what they have is this massive stack of basically 95 Soviet units sitting there in Baltic states. And so the Soviets on their turn, they had no money, of course, to buy anything because their capital has just been lost. But they are marching towards Berlin. And this is going to kind of be the showdown of the game, I think, next turn when the Soviets march into make an attack on Berlin. And then they'll be followed up, of course, by the British, which you also see there in Baltic states. But just that's what my black arrow is here for. So these Soviet units have moved into Poland. And exactly what they have there is 83 infantry, 6 tanks, 6 artillery, and 1 anti-aircraft gun. All of that has moved into Poland there. So in addition to that, there's some little moves here. So the infantry that's in Belarus has moved up into Baltic states. And the infantry that is here in Smolensk has moved up into Belarus. And then this is a little interesting here, going on the Mongolian frontier here. There's this little force of Soviet units, 4 infantry and 2 anti-aircraft guns, that have been kind of wedged here between some German units in Buryatia and then some German units in Evankivsky. And what the Soviet units have decided to do is to move into Tunguska and liberate that back for the Soviets. Of course, they don't collect any income for it, but Tunguska is now Soviet-controlled. So that's what you've got going on there. And then really the only other thing that the Soviets have done, so they have 3 fighters sitting down here in Persia, and those fighters have decided to fly from Persia into India. And so they have moved here into India. And that's basically it for the Soviets. They do have a Soviet sub sitting there in C-Zone 80 that, as far as I know, did not move. But that's basically it for the Soviets. I'm going to go ahead and I'll do a video next for Japan, because Japan also went yesterday. So thank you for watching. Love to hear your comments on the strategies that they're using here and kind of how this game is going. I think we're coming down to the end of this game. I think everything's going to turn on what happens there when the Soviets and then the British kind of in a 1-2 punch make their assault on Berlin. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching.